The monk walked into the casino and bet all his fortune, a full $10. As soon as he placed his bet, the roulette wheel began to spin fast. The monk watched calmly. Sure enough, it stopped on number 12. $10 instantly turned into 1,000 with enough capital now. The monk moved to the blackjack table with higher stakes. He didn't bother hiding his unbelievable luck. Every time he raised the bet, it multiplied 100-fold. Before long, he was winning big. His shiny bald head seemed even brighter. When his winnings hit 1 million, the casino management took notice. They quickly sent a beautiful woman to get close to him, mainly to see if he was cheating. But he was an old monk. The beauty trap clearly wouldn't work. He politely greeted the woman, then turned and went to play the slot machines. The woman followed, unwilling to give up, but the monk ignored her completely. He stood in front of the slot machine and began chanting. The woman was stunned. Did he really think chanting could make him win? She figured she wasn't his type, so she started recommending some of her girlfriends. But before she could finish, ding ding ding, the slot machine went off. The monk hit the jackpot. As the woman stared in shock, the monk placed a coin in her hand. He told her it was a lucky coin and wished her good fortune. She opened her hand. It was a single dollar. Was this bald monk mocking her? Disgusted, she stormed off. The monk shook his head regretfully and carefully took back his lucky coin. The casino staff saw all of this, watching through the cameras. They saw him win jackpot after jackpot. They all agreed he must be cheating. No one wins forever. But how could someone cheat a slot machine? Without evidence, they couldn't act rashly, so the bald boss sent another beautiful woman to accompany the monk. She greeted him with a smile. The monk smiled back. They chatted for a bit and surprisingly got along well. The woman laughed and patted his shoulder. The monk suddenly said, "If you're not happy, you don't have to pretend to smile." Her face changed instantly. The monk walked away calmly. The woman insisted she was happy, but when she turned, she saw the dealer staring at her lustfully. Her mood dropped to the floor. Seeing that the woman failed, the bald boss had to step in himself. He approached and asked to talk privately. The monk kindly agreed. The boss didn't beat around the bush. He asked directly how the monk kept winning. No one was that lucky. The monk said monks never lie. It's not luck, it's karma. The boss obviously didn't believe that nonsense. He pressed again. How are you cheating? The monk's face turned serious. Today I won 1 million. Maybe in my past life I lost 1 million. We can't control the outcome of things. All we can do is wait and accept. The boss almost laughed in disbelief. Karma made you win 1 million in a day. Why don't I have that kind of karma? Unable to prove cheating, he had no choice but to blacklist the monk. The monk understood before leaving. He even praised the boss, saying he had a kind heart, and that if he always followed it, good fortune would come his way. But the woman couldn't let it go. She begged the monk to play one last round. The monk was ready to leave, but she started acting pitiful, sincerely saying that if he walked away, she'd lose her job. The monk, being kind, despite his distance from women, agreed to help her. He returned to the roulette table. This time the bald boss himself placed 1 million in cash. Everything would be decided in this round? The woman suggested he bet on red or black, the safest option. But the monk calmly said 8, put $1 million on number 8. The boss nearly lost it. The odds for 8 were 1 to 35. If the monk won, that'd be 35 million. A massive loss for the casino. The woman pointed out he only had about a 3% chance, but he'd been winning all day. The boss couldn't stay calm. He subtly signaled to the dealer. The monk quietly put on his prayer beads, turned to the woman and asked what team. The woman and the boss exchanged glances. The wheel kept spinning. Everyone was tense except the monk. Finally, the dealer called out 14. Huge sigh of relief. The woman, shocked, asked the monk, "Why did you do that?" The monk replied calmly, "I just wanted you to be happy. Now your job is safe." He placed the lucky coin in her hand and walked away from this palace of greed. The bald boss picked up the coin and looked at it. It was minted in 1943. Only 40 of them existed in the world, each worth about $80,000. Everyone had underestimated the old monk, both his depth and his fortune.